we've got a rematch from Week 6, where the Bears snapped a 4-game losing streak to the Packers. Chicago's defeated Green Bay only 4 times in the last 23 meetings, but they can get the sweep right here on Sunday night.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Taking it about the 1. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their rookie signal caller from Stanford. It's Davis Mills.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Mills now. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Here's a handoff to Swift. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
That's what I'm talking about.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. From the gun, here's Swift. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Throwing, Mills. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation. let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. Mills throw into the hands of Cobb. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6, and it was the Packers who won that game on the road, so they'll be trying to win the season series here at home in Lambeau. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. This defense for the Bears, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation this week, not an issue.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run it. Freeman. Busts through the tackle. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Royce Freeman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the final act came from Royce Freeman on the touchdown run. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. So here now the Bears offense for their first drive of the game. They'll be led out by their quarterback, who's now in his 8th season in the league, and that's Jimmy Garoppolo.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
They'll rumble for about 6, up across the 20 to the 22. From the 22, Garoppolo. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Open man, once again, it's Thielen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. The give to Peterson out of the gun. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Play action, Garoppolo. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 37.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers to, change up their timing, they're going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. That's the rookie first-rounder, Christian Barmore, out of Alabama, who fought through to bring him down. On 2nd down, Peterson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Garoppolo now. Oh, Pascal able to haul that one in. And they'll have have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Garoppolo on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. On second down, it's Peterson. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
He's got Higbee complete right side. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
This one fielded at the 5. And he returns this to the 22.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
On third down, here's Mills.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got him bumped down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
On 1st and 10, Mills.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Mills on first down. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. Again, it's Mills.
That's complete to Cobb. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Working out of the gun, Mills.
Ebron with it over the middle.
And he's going to have a Packers first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. A first down throw for Mills.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Draymond Jones has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. This from 54 yards away. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you...
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A huge play there for Chicago.
You're not going to hear Jimmy Garoppolo mentioned among the strongest arms in the league, but that doesn't mean he can't beat you with a long one.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Throws this one right side to Pascal. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Here's Garoppolo to throw. He's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injury on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? They're going to look to throw. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And Gold is able to put it through, and that'll bring him back within 4.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
From the gun, here's Mills. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Will Fuller back deep to return. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bears take over. Jimmy Garoppolo and his offense heading back on the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Adam Thielen with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And this one's right there, and that pushes the lead to 13-10. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Throwing again, Mills on 2nd and 10. On the slant, this is Perryman.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here.
That's David Bakhtiari, the all-pro tackle, guilty on that one.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Throwing now is Garoppolo.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He finds his man complete. That's Peterson. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
On 2nd down, Swift.
They find some open field here. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 53 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mills now looks to throw on 1st down. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They'll run here with Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? From the shotgun, it's Mills. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Throwing on first is Garoppolo.
He'll drop this down to Peterson.
And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Garoppolo now, first down throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Peterson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll make it 2nd down. To throw is Garoppolo. He finds his man, complete. It's Peterson, and he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. He finds his man, complete. That's Peterson. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Middle of the field, he finds Pascal. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 19. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. The kick by Gold is good. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Taking it about the 1. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Bears. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Packers, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Got a man, it's Higbee, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
That's it, baby. That's it. Here we go.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. A good throw here, finding Pascal. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Garoppolo again. He finds his man, complete. It's Peterson. And he will have the Bears first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Oh, Pascal able to haul that one in. Touchdown, Chicago. Zach Pascal, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Jerry Tillery. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. After the sack on first down, Mills. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Working out of the gun, Mills. The toss here completed to Pittman.
They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. Returnable here from the 38. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Adam Thielen, he gets set to go again with the rest of this offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Yetur Gross-Matos. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right
now. The pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Draymond Jones in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Oh, look over the middle, and he's got Perriman.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their 38. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your court? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Open man as Thielen is complete. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. There's Garoppolo to throw.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They go play action. Mills.
He's got Perriman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
These Packers and these Packer fans really thrive in the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10.
Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. On 2nd and 9. Mills. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
3rd and short yardage. Mills. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now Mills on 4th down.
That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Running is Swift.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Mills.
And he rifles one incomplete. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd.
On 3rd down, here's Mills.
Hard throw, incomplete.
Over the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Butker's kick here is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So the 3 points there, CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
This one fielded at the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Chicago offense set to get started.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. Here's a screen to Powell. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Throw left side complete. That's Peterson. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Garoppolo looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Peterson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's got Fuller. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Garoppolo. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Devon Hamilton able to record his 5th sack of the season. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? He'll look to throw. Middle of the field, he finds Pascal. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
On 2nd down now, Swift. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The 71 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. A 1st down throw for Mills. Short little throw to Ebron. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Here's Mills. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Mills from the gun on 3rd down. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. Butker's kick here is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC.
And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for. And remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
1st down, here's a run with Peterson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Second down, Peterson again.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. The Bears on 3rd down. They're hitting it just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Garoppolo now. Driscoll's got it. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Christian Barmore, his second sack of the night after the sack. Oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo under pressure, and they get it to him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Back to throw. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll look to throw. Pass complete to Ebron. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. He's back to throw. And he finds his target, Ebron. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. They'll look to throw. He's got this one complete to Perriman. Not much there, only a yard. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Mills to throw for it on 4th. He's got Perriman. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Mills now looks to throw on 1st down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Mills to throw it. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone. But anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough. Trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right? Where you get a little bit of extra, and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So for the Bears, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Packers, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens.